Hi everybody. Earlier this week was World Spine Health Day. So in this video, we're going to run through a mobility series for the entire spine, neck, mid-back, and low back. These exercises probably should be performed every day to maintain the mobility and health of our spine. Let's get started with neck CARS. Reminder, CARS is an acronym, stands for Controlled Articular Rotation. Whenever we perform CARS, we want to keep the entire body strong and solid. I'm gripping with my fists. I'm keeping my entire body rooted into the ground and feeling stable. And now we're going to perform neck CARS. I'm chin retracting to create upper neck flexion. Now lowering my chin to my chest to create lower neck flexion. Now I'm going to scrape my chin towards the collarbone and then side bend as if I'm dumping water out of my ear, and then extending my neck back and then rotating my head to the other side. From there, I'm going to dump the water out of the other ear and then bring my chin down and scrape it back to center. And I will continue on with another revolution. I'm going to stop there and go the other direction. Generally speaking, 3 to 5 revolutions per direction is a good routine. People ask me all the time, though, how many? And that's the answer I give. You probably shouldn't do less, but you probably could do more, and that could be part of your exercise progression. Ultimately, it's about feeling good, maintaining movement, keeping up with your range of motion, and making sure everything's feeling good. CARS can both be an exercise, but also a bit of a self-awareness tool. So when you're feeling a pinching pain or a lot of tension, that may be an indicator that there's something tight or a joint is stuck, and that could be a reason to spend more time stretching, exercising, or perhaps even coming in to visit me. Now, let's move out of the neck and into the upper back. So I'm going to do thoracic spine CARS. I'm going to cross my hands over onto their shoulders. I'm feeling a rounded mid-back. Now I'm rotating and side bending one direction. And now I'm arching through my mid-back to create extension as I rotate and side bend the other way. Now as I round this circular corner here, I'm rounded in my mid-back again. And then as I turn this corner, I'm extending through my back. So I'm essentially creating side bending here with rotation while I'm rounded in my thoracic spine or flexed. And then I'm doing the same thing, side bending and rotating as I'm extending through my thoracic spine. And I'm going to go the other direction. This way I'm getting all aspects of the joint motion in these circles. from the side view, you may be able to see the flexion and extension of my mid-back. Now, very similar looking, but in my mind, my focus is now going to be in my low back. So again, I'm going to perform very similar looking circles, but my focus again is in creating movement down in my low back. Now, because the range of motion of the low back is quite a bit bigger than the range of motion in the mid back, these circles essentially end up looking a lot bigger. So there's a sequence of CARs for the entire spine. Now that can be enough, but we're going to go to another very, very well-known technique known as the cat cow. So I'm going to get on my hands and knees into quadruped or tabletop position. And we are going to perform not just general cat-cow, which often looks kind of like that, but we are going to get more specific and focus on each individual spinal joint. So we call this segmental cat-cow. So if I start down at the extended position, I'm going to harness the pelvic tilt, tucking the tailbone in to flex my lumbar spine. And in my mind, I'm segmentally moving up the spine into flexion. And then reversing. You do not always have to start with the pelvic tilt. You can start with the neck. So segmental cat-cow is an excellent mobility exercise. And again, these mobility exercises could and probably should be performed daily. If you're into yoga, you can blend some of these mobility exercises into your yoga routine. For example, downward dog. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to move into a cobra position. So what I'm going to do is lean forward untuck my toes. Retuck my toes, move back into downward dog, and repeat. Spine health is incredibly important. It's the core of the body. It's where a ton of your movement comes from. Look after your spine. If you're feeling pain, you're not feeling yourself, you feel like you are being limited in motion, start with these. It was an excellent exercise, and it's also a very good self-awareness tool of where you're feeling limited, stuck, or in pain. Then come in and see me, and let's get you feeling your best.